NOYCE CONVO, brought to you by Voice Entertainment. Let's dive right in. Today in the studio we have Glafira. We are so happy to have you here. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, thanks.
How was your experience playing at the Voice?
It was nice, very private, kind of underground room when you can play different kind of sound and experiment. So I was happy I could finally play like my own track and some tracks of my friends.
And do you think it gets difficult for you? Do you not get to play your own music when you're playing in front of a crowd?
It depends because I play different kind of sets. So sometimes I can fit in.
If you had to choose between playing DJ sets in clubs versus all the festivals that you've played, what would you prefer?
It's completely different experience. I can't compare them. So it depends, since I like to play different genres, like in a festival, you play one kind of music. In a club, in a closed room, you can play different kind of sound. So it just depends on my mood. Maybe I like to combine. So I'm enjoying festivals and I'm enjoying the club room as well.
If you had to choose between studio session versus playing in a club?
Oh, it's also completely different. It's like in the studio, you can play any kind of sound, experiment. In the club, you still watching the crowd and trying to design your set according to the party and vibe.
Does it matter to you what the crowd is feeling, or do you stick to what you're going to do?
No, of course it's matter to me because I wanna make everyone feel comfortable and really enjoy. So if I will keep doing only what I want, it's a little bit egoistic, I can play in my home like whatever I want. But whenever I go and play out in the club, I'm trying to make my set interesting for myself, so I can enjoy myself. And for people also, so I keep watching the crowd and trying to guess, what I can serve them.
How do you feel when you see a crowd react well to what you play?
No, it feels very good. I'm getting a lot of energy from this. Like I'm smiling for a few days, after that. So it feels really great.
What's the best what's the best gig that you've had that you've couldn't for a week you were like, I'm good, that was it?
To be honest, I'm quite lucky because once in a while I'm having good gigs, when I can play exactly what I like and crowd also catching the vibe and we enjoy all together. So it's like I wouldn't be in that profession anymore if I wouldn't have a gigs what really give me so much pleasure.
Is music what you do full time?
Yes, for last 4 years, I think, yeah.
Have you considered modeling as a career? Because you are very pretty.
I was doing this also on the side. So I'm in DJing maybe 8.5 years. So for 4 years, I was doing modeling in the daytime. I was shooting in nighttime. I was playing. And after lockdown, I went completely to the DJing. But yeah, it's nice to do sometimes modeling because you can express yourself in a different way, and do different kind of art. And recently, I'm planning to shoot music video for myself for my new release, my first release.
Wow.
So yeah, actually, I've been thinking about this a lot. I wanna shoot. I will be in the scene, and it's also my music will be on the like a soundtrack.
If you had to do a shoot for your music video, how would the shoot look?
Actually, I would trust also director, cameraman. So I found met some guys whose vision I really like, and we just discuss. I ask how do you feel? How do you see it should be shooted? What way? And then we found some, similar common ground. And yeah, so I'm very excited to see the result.
Do you think your music also has a story?
Of course.
Yeah.
How it can be not story, you're sitting in the studio for so long. It's like everything around you, like what you see, what you feel, what you hear, what kind of people you meet, you collect inside, and then you're trying to express your emotions, your feelings, through the music.
You've been playing for 8 years.
Yeah.
Have you played in Goa? Did you start in Goa or
No, actually, I started in Bombay. Then I moved to Bangkok for 1 year. Then I came back to Bombay and I started to travel around India. And then after first lockdown, only I moved to Goa.
Oh, how has your Goan experience been? Do you like it?
I used to like it on the beginning because you can meet different kind of crowd, and actually here I could play different kind of set from afternoon, sunrise, late night, evening, sunsets, anything.
If you would pick a time to play your set,
Yeah.
what would it be? Ideal time.
Ideal, I love sunsets. If it's Goa, then sunset venue when you can see the sea, when you can see the sun goes down, it's perfect for me. But also sunrise sounds good. But it depends on the sound, like what kind of sound I feel. But mostly I play sunsets vibe.
Amazing. What do you think about the Goa music scene at the moment? Since you've been already doing it for so long, do you think it has changed a lot?
Not really. It's still there is like different kind of different musics and sound and scene happening around. But since there is some restrictions going on, politics going on between like promoters, DJs, and not really how to say eco, kind of things for artists to grow and express yourself. So I prefer not to take so much gigs in Goa.
If you had to choose between a gig in Goa versus a gig in outside of Goa, but the pay is the same, what would it? Why would it be? Which one would you choose?
Depends what city it is and what kind of gig, like who is organizing, what kind of sound I should play. But yeah, now I can see in other cities you can also play quite experimental sound, and people accepting this and people enjoying. So as I can see around India, like electronic music scene is growing. Like people like getting to know different kind of sound, and they open for this.
You have played outside India as well.
Yeah.
How do you think the music scene is different from India?
I think music scene in India still growing because they have a very strong Indian classical music and Bollywood culture, and most of the people they are into this so much, and they will be into this, and it's normal. Compare to Russia, where I grew up. From the childhood, I've been listening house music and all this music from Europe and Russia. Like there is a lot of deep house, minimal house, amazing like producers. In India, I think it's still growing, and it will take some time. But yeah, because there is like so much classical music, Bollywood and all this kind of psytrance and all this kind of sounds. It's interesting in the way. I think India should stay, they should not try to put themselves so much like European culture. So I think there is a beauty in it, that there is some Indian sound, still going on.
Do you enjoy Bollywood music or Indian sound?
I'm not enjoying Bollywood music so much because it's not in my vibe, to be honest. But there is a lot of beautiful classical Indian music. I love the sound of sitar so much, like raga and all these things. It's so beautiful, and it's so like full of the sounds, like small harmonies, changes. So yeah, it's really nice to listen sometimes.
if you could incorporate all of that into your music, what would be the one instrument you would pick?
What do you mean?
The
From
Indian
Indian?
music, from the Indian music scene, if you could pick a sound or an instrument or a raga, what would you use in your tracks?
I would love to experiment with sitar. Actually, yeah, I'm really excited about the sound.
I have a friend who's a sitar player. I can
Really?
introduce you.
But does he teach?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. This is what I was looking for as well.
What do you think about the Indian music scene?
Electronic music scene.
All of it. What do you think about the Indian music scene?
Commercial, there is
Yes,
also
the electronic also, because what do you think is
commercial,
happening?
it's one thing. I'm not so much aware of what's going on there. Like when people build, the fancy clubs and playing, this commercial Bollywood, Bollytech sound. And about the electronic music scene in India, yeah, there is quite interesting things and DJs and producers there. And yeah, they can be interesting scene.
If you could pick one artist from the Indian music scene, who would it be?
I can't pick one because they're all unique,
If the viewers want to go and listen to some of the artists that you like, who would you say?
This I also can't say because I'm quite depending on my moods.
Maybe one or two, just if they want to go and listen.
I can't say this because I like to listen different kind of sound, and also producers, DJ, they keep envelope, and also experiment with their sound.
I see. What got you into music? Why did you start playing music?
Actually, I've been learning music from 6 years old. When I went to musical school, I've been learning violin and vocal and little bit piano. So I studied there for 10 years, and then I just kept listening different kind of sound and making my music collection. And then maybe when I was 14, I started to go to nightclubs, and go more into house music. And then one moment I just thought, why I'm not just learn how to play and share all my music, like all my music collection, all this thing.
You were 14 when you thought this the first time?
No, in 14 I started to get more interested in the electronic music, like house. And then
when did you start playing?
I started to play in 2016 as a DJ. So in 2014 I left Russia to live abroad. So then I was staying in Thailand in Koh Phangan for 1 year. And this place is famous for party, like a full moon, but everyone talking about full moon, but no, it's like more commercial. There were a lot of nice underground house, deep house, techno parties by the beach. So yeah, this is how I started to go out, and I got really excited. Like it's cool when you listen your favorite music, collecting your favorite sound, and then you can share with the people, and when the people also appreciate, so it feels good.
Your name, Glafira, is your actual name.
Yeah.
What is the story behind it? What does Glafira mean?
Actually, it's Asian Greek name, and it means graceful and aesthetic.
If you had to describe yourself in 3 words, would you say this? Would the 2 words be graceful and aesthetic?
Yeah, why not? It's already my name, it's already there.
Amazing. And what's the 3rd word you would describe yourself as?
I don't know. I don't like to limit myself in some description.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Free would be a word then?
Yeah, free. It could be only one word, free. I am free.
If you weren't playing music, what would you be doing?
Definitely I would do some art, but I can't imagine my life without playing music. So even if it's not DJ, I'm enjoying to learn music instruments and keep exploring music production. So I think it's going to be in my life
But
till the end.
if there was no music, What
no
would you-
music at all in the
Nothing.
world. In the world,
No sound.
music, no sound. Then we couldn't speak, talk.
No musical sound. What would you do?
It's not possible. The universe was created from the sound.
Oh God.
It's not possible. People playing and singing from the millions, milliards, billions years.
And do you ever remember the first song or the first album that you ever heard?
I do remember some albums.
The first song that you heard and thought, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to be a musician for.
I can't tell you exact song because I keep listening a lot of different music.
The exact moment you thought, this is what I want to do.
In my teenager, I used to really listen the guy Oliver Kuletsky. His album, it was named It's Okay, something like that. Yeah, so and I was listening this and and really enjoyed electronic music. So I thought, yeah, it's cool. Maybe this is what I also want to try.
Since electronic music has been a part of your life since childhood, do you think you sound different from when you started?
Yeah, of course. Even sometimes I keep listening the tracks what I used to like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and it's a little bit different.
Is there a song you think like, oh, why did I like that?
Actually, no. I love my collection from very, very beginning.
How do you think your sound has changed from when you began?
I think because I work in the music a lot, and now I would love to listen more experimental sound, more different sound. When I started, it was just more simple sound, house and stuff. But now I keep exploring. Like what else interesting is there?
When you go into a studio, do you have a process, or when you before you play a DJ set, do you have something in your mind, or do you have a process that you do?
Yeah, of course, I'm doing a lot of homework. First I'm digging for music, I'm checking what is new, and then I see what the vibe in the place I'm gonna play. Then I'm sorting out my playlist, what kind of sound can fit in this place. Then I try to think how I should start my set, how I should finish, and I do some structure, like some folder, this is kind of sound I would love to play, this kind of tracks. I keep a lot of extra tracks, because you never know what's gonna happen. You can plan as much as you can, but whenever you come to the club, you see it can be completely different.
Give me an example. What is there a situation that has happened where you've planned everything and then something else has happened?
It's happening many times, because even when I go and play in some party, I would love to keep the flow and catch it from the previous DJ. Now some DJs, they like to cut the track,
Yeah,
and another start from beginning, from the beat. And for me, it doesn't look kind of professional, because DJ work is to keep the beat going, There shouldn't be silence, there shouldn't be cut. So whenever I come to play and picking up from another DJ, I need to also catch the flow and then do my things, or put it down, put it up, or just so sometimes I plan, okay, maybe this track I should start from, but then I come and I see the vibe a little bit different, and just on the spot I'm trying to adjust.
So when you're performing, what is the best part? What do you think is the best part while you're performing?
Everything about this, it's the same. I would not do this job if I wouldn't like every part of this. Of course, sometimes we have bad days, bad gigs. But to be a DJ and work in this industry, you really should love music. You really should love everything you do, because it's a lot of work, lots of homework, And now I need to do promotion, need to be updated about everything. What is music going on? What the clubs? What this? What that? So just if you don't like something, then it doesn't make sense, you know.
Do you think it is difficult promoting yourself as well as making music as well as performing live? Do you think it gets a lot
Yeah,
for
of
you?
course. I can't say it get a lot for me because I'm trying not to do specific promotion because I still like more underground vibe, like, you know, and keep my things to do the way I want to do, you know, how I feel, how I like when you go a little bit commercial, then there start to get some pressure, expectation from the crowd, from people, like you playing a lot, you should do this, you should post, you should promote, you know. And still when I can step back a little bit to my zone, like this kind of music, a little bit underground, this is what I like. And like I can connect with people from different countries who also like the same sound, and put my thing, do my promotion the way I want to do.
Different people, different sound, right? If you had to if you had to say something about your sound, how would you say it was? What should people expect?
They should expect groovy sound for sure. Happy vibe. Sometimes maybe not so happy. Like I don't like go too much in a minor, you know, and sad. It can be sometimes like good sadness, you know, sweet sadness, little bit, but never like very dark. I don't like dark vibe, even if it's techno, even if it's hard techno. I always try to keep my music groovy and on a positive note.
If you have a gig, suppose you have a gig today, and you are in a very bad mood, very bad. Like, why am I doing this to myself?
Yeah, it happens.
Then does it come through to your music? Does it happen that you see a lot of those dark mixes coming in your music?
Not so much, because still it's my profession and I'm taking this professional. Of course, I let part of my mood, my feelings come into my set, but I can't keep it, you know, completely different. And it's just like I feel like this, so everyone suffer.
But has there been a gig where you felt bad and you've released it all, and then people have come and told you, wow, this was an amazing set? Where you've been like, I don't care what you think.
Yeah, actually, I had a gig like this.
Yeah? Can you tell me more about it?
It's been one gig in Bangkok when I was playing. So before, they were not doing much promotion. It was rainy, so not a good day. Not many people show up. And at some point, I thought I'll go harder, you know. And I went to proper techno, like hypnotic techno vibe. And some of the people, they can't stand the sound, I understand. Some of them like left, but they were a group of people from Berlin who just like, wow, thank you so much. This is what we wanted. So yeah, it was a good experience.
What's the hardest track that you worked with that has been difficult for you to work with?
Like a producer?
Like a producer, yes.
My producer's path just begin. So I'm just
as a DJ, if you had to play a track, what is the most difficult track you found to mix in?
I can't say, because, you know, I design my set in the way that everything should go smooth.
Do you do a lot of homework before
Of course, but I also enjoy a lot to listen different music, and I try to keep it interesting for myself as well. So I'm exploring what is new sound, what's new on the market, so I can get the new songs, and then I go and play for the people. So it's interesting for me as well.
Do you think the market influences your choice of music a lot?
Not really. Sometimes old songs still can sound very good. So I don't think.
If you had to play one old track from your collection, what would it be? If anybody wants to go listen.
But still, there is many tracks, you know. Like in the music zone, it's
from
very
the old
difficult.
times, just one. Anyone. that comes first into your head?
Into my head that everyone would love.
Yeah. Not everyone would love, that you would love
I
for
would love.
everybody to listen to at least.
I guess it can be Oliver Koletsky from that album, 2007. Yeah, I would love to play some tracks from that time.
I hope you do.
Yeah, once in a while. I go back in time.
If you could have a dinner with 3 musicians, dead or alive, who would it be? Anybody, everybody.
You know, it's like so difficult to pick because there is a lot. I don't know.
3, top of your mind. Anybody.
I don't know, like
Michael Jackson. I don't know. Anybody.
No, Michael Jackson. To be honest, like also my preference keep changing. You know, like one time I like this kind of music. I would love to meet DJs. You know, just like wow, I have a crush on this artist. And then, like, you know, after 1 year, after 6 months, I just know I don't like you anymore. No, but there is one Russian artist I really adore recently. His name Thomas Terry. He plays and produces really good house music. So yeah, maybe I would love to meet this kind of person.
Would you love to collaborate with Tom Terry, or do you have somebody else you would love to collaborate with?
I would love to collaborate with many people. Yeah, it could be nice.
Do you have a musical mentor?
It's also keep changing, you know, because I'm trying to like save my vibe, you know, like keep the core the same, and then to get some influence from different people.
If you had to describe your vibe, what would it be? For us people like us, if you had to tell us what your vibe is, what would it be?
Like a groovy, happy vibe.
That's a nice one.
Interesting, yeah, because I'm trying to make music like sound interesting.
Amazing. When you're not making music, what do you do?
I do many things. I'm enjoying my yoga class, dance class. I learning sometimes aerial gymnastics, going to the beach, trying surfing, reading books.
You trying surfing?
Yeah.
Amazing. Where do you surf?
In the Mandram, but I haven't surfed in this season yet, to be honest. I'm trying to go. I'm trying to go to surf. Yeah, so there is plenty of things I would love to do. I'm still doing.
If Goa wasn't your base, where do you think you would be living?
Actually, I'm planning to leave Goa and go back to Russia and stay there for some time. So it's my last months here.
Amazing.
Yeah,
I'm glad we got you.
Yeah, that is why, you know, I was excited to get this opportunity to record my mix.
So where will you be going to now in Russia?
Yeah, after the season. So I'm going,
Where are you going
to my hometown, Samara. So since I've been traveling and living abroad for 10 years, like of course I've been visiting Russia once in a while, but I would love to stay close to my family and friends because they don't see me much. And also music scene in Russia is very interesting and exciting for me, and I would love to like go deeper in that sound.
Are your parents and your friends proud of what you do?
I hope so. You know, my parents, I don't think they have a proper idea what I do exactly.
Have they ever come to a party?
Not really.
Have they ever heard your music?
Of course, they will heard my set when I was in my parents' house. I was recording. I'm sending them my SoundCloud link, so they listen, they like it. And also my sibling sister, she works with me. She's graphic designer and she does for me like some artworks and press kits. So we show our parents how we actually collaborate.
Amazing, everything in the family.
Yeah, it's the best way.
If you could go back and give one advice to your younger self, what would it be?
But actually, I'm so happy that I didn't listen much people, because there were so many who were trying to tell you what to do this, do that, why like this, So I'm so happy I didn't listen to these people, and I'm like really glad that I reached where I am now.
If you had to give one advice to somebody who's trying to come into the music industry,
One advice. Don't listen anyone, listen yourself and keep exploring. Yeah, I think exploring and work on it, it's the most important thing.
if you had to take away one thing from today's session, what would it be?
DJ mixer.
DJ mixer, except
Change.
equipment.
From the session, like what is my suggestion, what I would like to take out and add?
Yeah, no. What would you like to take? What do you think you need to work on, or how do you feel about it? Would you do more studio sessions in the future?
No, definitely I would do more studio sessions because you get opportunity to play more experimental sound. And today I was so happy to play some unreleased tracks of myself and some of my friends from like different places in the world, and I'm excited to listen how it came out. Then I will think what I would love to take out.
If you had to describe Voice Studios in 3 words, how would you say?
Proper. Dark. Good quality, maybe. I don't know what can be the last one. Good equipped, if it sounds correct in English.
Well equipped.
Professional, yeah. Professional, proper, dark, professional.
Amazing. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you for letting us have you. We're so happy that you had a conversation with us and did a studio session. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You've been listening to Noise Convo, brought to you by Voice Entertainment. I'm Neha Menon. Big thanks to our guests for sharing their journey and to you for tuning in. Until next time, stay curious, stay creative, and always keep it noise.